Hey TGG family, welcome back to another lineup guide, this time for Sova. Today we'll be showing you all the best lineups for Sova on Pearl. Your Sova gameplay on Pearl will be fired to the next level if you know your lineups on attack and defense, so pay close attention. Before we delve into the best lineups for Sova on Pearl, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and comment on your favorite lineup down below in the comments. Now, into the video. The first lineup we have for you is an attacking side lineup on A site, using Sova's Recon Bolt. Stand on the end of the raised wall in a restaurant. Next, aim at the small roof in front of you. Place your crosshair just left of the bottom right corner. You should be aiming at some moss on the wall that separates A site and A main. You need a full bar of charge and no bounces. The Recon Bolt will stick to the wall, and using this at the beginning of the round will ensure you know how many defenders are holding aggressively in A main, so you can mow them down. The next Recon Bolt lineup will scout out the whole of A site. Stand in the corner we have further up A main, just by the turn in A main. Aim at the crane graphic on the wall, where the vertical shaft meets the horizontal shaft. You need a full bar of power and one bounce. The Recon Bolt will bounce over A main and A site, landing on the tall building next to A link. This will give you vision of anyone on A site, in A dugout, or even in the deep corner on A site. Following on from that one, this simple Recon Bolt will scout out enemies in A Art defending mid Plaza. This can help your team in mid top or mid shop drastically. Stand where we have stood, and just fire the Recon Bolt at full power with no bounces through the gap in the wall of A Art. This is a great place to use lineups on all of your agents, and it can really surprise enemies lurking in A Art.
Now we will continue with attacking A site lineups, but this time we move away from the Recon Bolts and move onto the Shock Bolts. The first of which is a post-plant lineup fired from A main, just in the right corner behind the wall as you come out of A restaurant. Aim up into the sky, place your crosshair between the ruined left part of the pillar and the floating brick. You only need one bar of charge and no bounces. The shock bolt will land directly on the default plant position, meaning you can safely defend the spike whilst off the site. A variation of the previous shock bolt lineup for the default plant position is this post-plant lineup. Stand in the same place as you stood in for the previous lineup. This time, aim above the tall roof to your left. Place your crosshair at the top of the first diamond from the left, in the middle of the pattern on the dome. The shock bolt will need one bounce and one bar of charge, so make sure you get this correct. This shock bolt will land in the default plant position as you can imagine for a post-plant lineup. This once again will help you prevent a defuse from a position of relative safety. The last attacking A site lineup we have for you is a fantastic one that is best used if your team has stormed through mid Plaza and A Art to A site. Sneak into the corner of A connector that has a view over defender side water. Aim up into the sky just below the middle of the boat above. You only need 2 bars of charge for this shock dart, and once again it will prevent a defuse by landing on the spike in the default plant position. Now, moving over to one of the most important non-site areas of the map, mid Plaza. We have a crucial Recon Bolt lineup we thought we just had to include in this guide, as this is one of the best Sova lineups you can use if you're attacking mid Plaza. Stand in the corner of attacker's side spawn leading to A restaurant, by the green door. Opposite, you will see a lamp. Aim at the top right corner of the black bracket, holding it into the wall. Now move upwards until the left circle of your owl drone icon on your HUD is on the corner of it instead. Finally, you want to fire the Recon Bolt with just 1 bar of charge. The Recon Bolt will land behind mid doors at the top of mid link, scouting out anyone trying to defend from there. For the final attacking part of this guide, we have all the best Sova lineups for attacking B site. Stand in the close right corner as you go through the entryway to mid shops from attacker side spawn. Find 2 white towels dangling from a window on the left side of mid shops. Place the very left end of your HUD white lines in between the 2, just at the height of the smaller towel to the right of the pair. You want 2 bars of charge and no bounces before you fire, and then once you have fired you will see the Recon Bolt land at the back of B site. It will take time for enemies to react as no one will expect it to fly over from that angle. The next Recon Bolt lineup is a simpler one, which scouts out B main from B shops. We had access to the PBE and found this lineup out for you, so you can abuse it. Stand on the boxes in B shops on the edge of the top black one. Locate the light bulbs hanging from the wire opposite, and find the first white one from the left. Place the diamond at the top of your left-click fire icon on your HUD at the bottom of the light bulb. You just want 1 bar of charge. The Recon Bolt will land on B screen at the bottom of B main. If this doesn't get destroyed, you can scout out both B main and B site. This can be a good decoy for pushing mid Plaza. Moving over to B ramp, this Recon Bolt lineup will scan the entirety of B site from closer than mid shops. Stand in the back right corner of B ramps. Aim at the pattern on the dome opposite, and find the top of the second triangle from the left. Fire 1 bar's worth of power. The Recon Bolt will land in the back corner on the wall above B site, scouting everything out. This is our go-to lineup if we're pushing B main and we need to scout out B site. Getting our shock bolts back out for some post-plant lineups, the first of which will be from the safety of B ramp. Stand almost in the back left corner of B ramp, but stand a little out, so that the pillar in the middle of B main, the wall opposite you, and the wall behind the pillar all line up. Place the top of the green part of your owl drone icon on your HUD under the 2 leftmost tiles halfway up the wall opposite. You want 2 bars of charge, then watch the shock bolt prevent a defuse with ease. Following on, we have a similar lineup, so stand in the same position, aim at the wall just past the pillar on B main that we pinged. You need a full bar of charge and 2 bounces. You will see an awesome bounce combination, resulting in the shock bolt landing on the spike. Now we have a shock bolt lineup from the other side of B ramp. Stand against the doorway on the wall, aim to the left of the boat in the sky with your charge bar not touching any of the surrounding walls. You need 2 bars of charge and no bounces. The shock bolt will land where you have planted, providing a very safe anti-defuse method. As we said, lineups are crucial on Pearl, especially as you can do some neat tricks with your abilities like we have shown you so far. So why limit your Pearl lineup knowledge to Sova? We have full Pearl lineup guides for Viper, Fade, Raze, KO, Brimstone, Killjoy, and Phoenix available too. The second part of this video is the defensive side lineups for Sova, so jump yourself back over to A site for this one. The first Recon Bolt will scout out the other side of A main to see if anyone is pushing. Stand in the left corner by the barrier leading to A main from A site. Aim at the top left roof corner opposite you and fire immediately when the round starts. The Recon Bolt will land at the back of A restaurant and scout out the attacker side of A main. Next up, this awesome Recon Bolt will scout out attacker side spawn all the way from the safety of A dugout. Stand against the end of the wall at the top of the stairs. Aim at the moss hanging down from the archway leading to A main. Place your crosshair at the leftmost piece. You need 2 bars of charge for this one. After firing, you will see if anyone is in A restaurant pushing to A main, and attackers won't expect this one, so it won't get destroyed. Our final A site lineup is a Retake Recon Bolt lineup. In a retake situation, you need to be able to gather intel on the enemy's positions, so this will do just that. Stand at the bottom right of the stairs in A secret. Aim at the left corner of the gateway behind A dugout. You need 1 bounce and a full bar of charge. The Recon Bolt will bounce and land on the building by A flowers. This will spot anyone and everyone on A site. Moving away from A site and back over to mid Plaza, this Recon Bolt will scan anyone in either mid Plaza or mid shops. Stand behind the wooden box in mid doors just on the ramp. This is cool. Aim at the church tower down mid link on the left hand side just below the dark brown trim near the top. You want 1 bounce and a full bar of charge. The Recon Bolt will bounce over to B link and B shops, landing above the B shops entryway to B Plaza. This will scout out anyone in B shops who is peeking, or anyone who is B top who is trying to push across B Plaza. Finally, we're back over to B site for the defensive side lineups. This Recon Bolt, like the last one, will scout out mid shops, so if you have no one positioned in mid doors, this will do wonders. Stand in the back corner of B screen. Place your ultimate ability icon, Hunter's Fury, just to the left of the top of the bell tower, and make sure that the green part of your owl drone icon is full inside the metal beam on the dome. Simply fire with 2 bars of charge, and like before, the Recon Bolt will land above B shops. Another retake lineup is next, and this one will once again gather intel to help you get your precious B site back. This time you will be in B Link. Imagine enemies have stormed down B main. Stand against the two wooden boxes. Aim at the top of the B Heaven balcony just in from the end, then raise your crosshair until it is just below the top of the entryway to B site. You want a full charge bar and a singular bounce. The Recon Bolt will land on the roof next to you and will scout B main and B site, meaning you could see enemies holding safer angles off site too. The absolute final lineup in this guide is another retake lineup, but this time from higher up the map, in mid-connector. Stand behind the grass screen in mid-connector, right in the corner, and crouch. Aim diagonally upward at the leaves in front, where they cover a small brown beam. Place your crosshair in the middle of the leaves just below the bottom of the beam. You just need one bar of charge. The Recon Bolt will land on B screen and scout out the whole of B site and most of B main. That is all from us, but if you Sova mains need more lineups, we've got lineup guides for Sova on every map in the game, including Haven, Icebox, Fracture, Ascent, Breeze, Bind, and Split. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned some cool new lineups for Sova on Pearl, so if you use any of these to stomp your games, send them in. Goodbye for now.